My name is Mark Allred, and I am a singer-songwriter from the Stafford, Virginia area, and I do what's called live looping. Live looping is when you record musical ideas and layer them on top of each other live to create a large sonic soundscape, and it's pretty unique. So I thought it'd be interesting to show folks how I have this complicated setup of guitar pedals that allow me to do that. So here, take a quick look at how I'm set up to accomplish the live looping that I do. Okay, so this is my setup. This is what I use live, and you have up here up top, these are all my effects and everything that I put through my signal chain for my guitar, and down here is my loop station. So I'm going to walk you through both of these pieces and explain how I do my looping. So this is an RC-300 Boss loop station. I'll go through that last, and these are all the effects pedals. I'll show you kind of what each pedal does for me. I start up here. I usually do a wireless signal, so I go through my line 6 wireless radio signal from my guitar, which leads into these two pedals here. This is an octave pedal that helps turn my guitar into a bass guitar, so when I loop and it sounds like I'm playing a bass guitar, I do an octave pedal, but I don't necessarily like the tone that that octave pedal makes by itself. Sounds kind of tinny to me, so I wanted more low, so I put an EQ pedal in combination with that, which boosts the overall sound as well as gives me more lows, which I love. So I use those two always together. So that's my octave pedal plus an EQ pedal. Next one, this green guy, this is a classic funk envelope filter kind of sound. So for reggae, it's used in a lot of fun stuff. Use it for leads, use it for rhythm. So that's an envelope filter. Next is another classic reggae tone box here. It's called the delay pedal. So that's another Boss digital delay pedal, but that's a classic reggae tone. This one's awesome because I can actually set the tap tempo to whatever I'm at. So if you ever see me bouncing on my pedal live, that's what I'm doing, is trying to set the tempo. So I love that pedal. And you can do a bunch of these pedals in combination to create super unique tones and sounds, and I'll show you that once I go through all of them. I'll show you some of the combinations I do. So that white one, that's a delay pedal. This one is another classic wah pedal. That's used in almost all reggae. It's also used in a lot of rock and roll stuff. So that's a wah pedal. And the classic distortion pedal right there. So that's what I got right there, a distortion pedal. And towards the end of my actual effects chain, I have a boost pedal. After I lay a number of loops on my looper station, sometimes the volume can be pretty high, and so the distortion just by itself won't be loud enough to cut through the mix. Or my clean, I'm trying to do a clean lead or something, I need to have a boost at the end so it'll cut through the mix, and that's what that is. It just boosts the overall. I really like that. So here's my regular clean, no boost. And then here's with the boost. So you can set that to whatever need you have. And the last one that I have for my guitar signal chain is just a simple tuner. I love that one. Takes up hardly any real estate on the pedal board, super bright, gives you exactly what you need. So those are the effects that I have on my pedal board, but you notice I have two other ones. These top two right here, these two big button ones. This is an EQ pedal, and that's a compression pedal, but they're not for my guitar. So for the looper station, you can get a microphone. You can loop a microphone through it. So you'll notice if you start fooling around with looping that beatboxing, you're pushing a lot of air, and so you can't just go through a loop station and expect it to sound decent. So what I've done is I've added an EQ pedal with compression to give me the kind of the control for beatboxing. So this is through the beatboxing mic. So that's what I use those two for right there. for the beatboxing piece to give me control. And so even sometimes when I bring out the trumpet, I need it to be more controlled, and the compression is fundamental to playing the trumpet looped kind of a thing. And then all of that feeds through to the loop station. So let me show you some of the combinations that I like to do. The envelope filter with the delay pedal gives you a classic kind of reggae sound. To me, this is signature 311. I love those two together. Another one with the envelope filter that's kind of a classic sound. You hear the tail end of the delay pedal is still rolling even though I've turned it off. That's what's cool about that delay pedal. It'll keep going even after you turn it off. But the other combination that I really like is the distortion with the envelope filter that gives you a great lead tone. Just kind of screams over the top of it. That's a great combo right there. You can also use the delay with a distortion. That's a fun combination. So I'll pop the still trailing off. So that's fun. But also, the order that I have these in, when I first started, didn't really matter to me, but as I've gone throughout time, I've found that there's a really important combination between these three pedals, the distortion, the wah pedal, and the delay pedal. So for example, I really love to be able to control my delay tone with my wah pedal. So that's just so... I love being able to do that. So that's having the delay pedal before the wah pedal is fundamental to being able to control the delay pedal. And also, classic lead sound in rock and roll, you got to have your distortion after your wah pedal, so you can get the... You know that. So having these three pedals in the order that I have them is kind of key for the sound that I do. And then that all leads into my looper station. So each one of those can be controlled, and then how I put them into my looper station all matters. So these combinations turn into this, the looper station is like the canvas where I can control how do I piece them in. So if you follow up, there's going to be another video that shows you how I do the actual looping, but I wanted to make sure you saw how I have it all laid out and what I have going on here. So that's it. I hope you liked that. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment or shoot me a direct message and let me know what you think. And please click this link as well to see how I do the actual looping in the next video.